From the station working for you, this is breaking news from RTV6.
And that breaking news, this video just released, could be key to solving a road rage shooting downtown, and now police want you to see it.
Let's bring in RTV6's Liz Adiola. And Liz, you just talked to Metro Police.
Yeah, that's right. Metro Police say they are now looking for what they believe is a four-door red Nissan. The Nissan that you see in this video on your screen right now. They believe that this is the video that the suspect used to drive away after what they are calling a suspected road rage incident. This is footage of that vehicle rushing by on surveillance. It was caught on camera from local surrounding businesses, and police say they have recovered multiple videos like the one that you see on your screen. The Video Forensic Analysis Unit will study this video to see if they can get a plate number from that vehicle. Police say the footage was taken just after 10 a.m. That's after a man was shot here near East Michigan and Pine Street. You could see the driver's side window shot out. The suspect got away, and the victim was rushed to Eskenazi Hospital in critical condition. Officers now hoping that the shooter turns themselves in before it's too late.
Anytime you have an outstanding suspect that could be known to be violent, and where we go out to apprehend them, once we locate them, it could lead to a bad outcome. We would rather see them safely in custody where they have an opportunity to talk to investigators, as opposed to have something bad happen to them out on the street.
And I talked to police and asked if they're concerned about this happening again, and they say that they believe that this was an isolated incident, but they still want people to keep their eyes open for that red four-door Nissan. If you see it, contact police. Even if you're not sure if that's the vehicle, they just want any tips possible to bring this person off the street before anyone else is hurt. Reporting live downtown, Liz Adiola, RTV6.
Liz, thank you. And we continue to follow breaking news tonight involving a shooting on the Far East Side. Melissa Mahadeo has the latest on that from the live desk tonight. Melissa.
Yeah, Jason, here's what we know so far. The shooting took place a short time ago on Washington Street, just west of Post Road. Now, we can tell you that one person was shot in the neck while they were driving westbound down Washington. That man currently in critical condition at Eskenazi Hospital, but we're being told he is expected to survive, so that's good news. Also, right now, police are still trying to find out exactly where that gunfire came from. That is the very latest from the live desk.
Tonight, Call 6 Investigates is working for you and holding the IPS school board accountable for yet another delay in reporting suspected child abuse.
We broke this story last week. The district is disciplining 5 employees after school leaders waited 3 days to report allegations involving a teacher watching pornography in front of students. This all comes after the district vowed to ramp up its training.
Call 6 Investigates' Kara Kenny took her questions straight to the head of the school board. Kara.
That's right, Jason. The IPS school board is actually meeting here tonight. They're expected to talk about the pornography incident as well as how the staff handled it. We caught up with the board president and we had to ask, how is it possible something like this could happen again?
Nothing is more important than the safety and security of our students, and if we can't get that right, that's a problem.
IPS board president Mary Ann Sullivan is reacting to yet another delay in reporting child abuse allegations. The law requires employees to immediately report suspected child abuse to police or the Department of Child Services. But just last week, Longfellow staffers waited 3 days to report allegations involving a teacher watching pornography on his classroom computer in front of children. Earlier this year, IPS fired Longfellow teacher Shanna Taylor amid allegations she had sex with students. Staff waited 6 days to report the Taylor allegations. Since then, IPS has been busy boosting training for its staff, even creating this checklist to help guide school employees on how to handle suspected child abuse.
When you heard of yet another delay, how did that make you feel?
Frustrated, extremely frustrated.
The big question that everyone wants to know is, how does this happen again?
I would say that's the big question the board would like to know as well. So, but in terms of just coming up with the reasons why it happens, that's not sufficient because it's unacceptable.
With the Shanna Taylor case, many of the employees thought another employee had reported it. Sullivan says since then, they've told workers it's better to have 10 duplicate reports to police or child services than to have none.
Their role is to report, 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 report.
Sullivan says the board will press the IPS administration for answers.
We're not getting this right. We need to get it right, and we're going to keep working until we do.
We will not be able to go inside this executive session because they're going to be talking about personnel matters. However, we have learned that the 5 employees involved are out of the classroom, away from students, while the district conducts its investigation. Now, we are told they could face a range of disciplinary actions, including losing their jobs. We're live at IPS headquarters. I'm Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny.
Kara, thank you. And you may not know this, but we are all mandated reporters in Indiana. That means if you suspect child abuse or neglect, you have to report it. You can call the DCS hotline at 1-800-800-5556.
New developments now, and a done deal tonight as hundreds of jobs at Rexnord are indeed leaving Indianapolis and moving to Mexico.
RTV6 was first to break this news this afternoon. The company and union unable to reach an agreement to save those jobs during meetings today. So it's official. The jobs are leaving. Rexnord says the decision will save the company $15.5 million. Tomorrow, the company and union will begin talks on what benefits employees will receive. The company will move the jobs to Monterrey, Mexico. And this statement just in from Mayor Joe Hogsett: I am incredibly disappointed in Rexnord's decision to disregard the experience, the investment, the sacrifice, and the good faith efforts of their longtime employees with the decision to uproot this plant and move 300 good-paying Indianapolis jobs to Mexico. Hogsett added they will begin the process of recovering financial incentives provided to Rexnord over the years.
Now to another developing story right now about jobs leaving Indiana, and the big question tonight: can Donald Trump really get Carrier to stay here in Indianapolis and not move to Monterey?
He made a big deal about it during his campaign, so what do workers think? Our Rafael Sanchez has been covering the Carrier story for the past 9 months.
Erica and Jason, this is the video that brought Carrier to your attention, the nation's attention. And despite Donald Trump's win, workers don't believe that Carrier will change its mind, though they hope that other companies will think twice about leaving.
If I were in office right now, Carrier would not be leaving Indiana.
That was President-elect Donald Trump, who made Carrier a centerpiece of his campaign battle cry. Julie Meadows has worked at Carrier for 12 years. She voted for Mr. Trump.
I am expecting him to call Carrier and say, is there anything that we can do? Is it going to help any? Who knows? Hopefully it does. But maybe with him being in there, we will stop losing jobs.
Is to move production from our facility in Indianapolis to Monterrey, Mexico.
Within days of that February 10th announcement, Donald Trump tweeted, I am the only one who can fix this. Very sad. Will not happen under my watch. Later calling for a 35% tax on products that Carrier made in Mexico, which he said would force the company to call him if he made it to the Oval Office.
Now here's what happens. Within 24 hours, they will call back. Mr. President, we've decided to stay in Indianapolis, where you're going to have a good football team this year, by the way, in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're going to stay in Indiana, Mr. President. We've decided to stay.
Nancy McCubbin has been at Carrier for 13 years. She's among the 1,400 workers preparing for layoffs, which are set to begin next year over a 3-year period.
Unlike other people, I don't expect him to be able to stop it, but I think he can make it harder on them as far as taxes and stuff to bring the furnaces back into the U.S.
Both women love to bowl. For the new president, they hope to see a couple of strikes and spares and few gutter balls.
I expect some strikes. I think everybody's going to really be surprised at what he will do, because I don't think he's going to back down.
Both ladies tell me that they hope that the new policies, that the new administration will pay off at least for other workers at other manufacturing plants. And that is key because, as we all know in Indiana, manufacturing is the #1 industry in our state. So what happens in the White House in the new year could impact our very own state.
All right, Rafael, thank you for that. New developments also tonight: a handshake and a smile between Indiana's current governor and the man who will take his place. Today, Governor Mike Pence promised again to finish his full term before handing over the governor's office to Eric Holcomb. RTV6 State House reporter Katie Hines joins us live with those details. Katie.